Chapter 26. Marjorie and Muldower watched as the triumphant Kyle Keeley and his happy crew of crumbums climbed into their bookmobile. All four were merrily flapping their arms, giving each other high and low fives. Marjorie still could not believe what she had just witnessed. Kids waving their arms up and down to make fake video creatures fly to a phony volcano? Shame on you, Mr. Lemoncello, she thought, seething. If I didn't need a scholarship to even think about attending college, I'd quit these inane games. Marjorie and her teammates climbed into their bookmobile for the ride back to Olympia Village, which, in her opinion, was just really a cheesy mid-level extended stay motel, the kind of place typically frequented by sketchy traveling salespeople and high school athletic teams. Marjorie grabbed a book off a shelf in the back, Bleak House by Charles Dickens. It matched her mood. Shake it off, you guys, coached Margaret Miles, the librarian who's one of the Midwest team's chaperones. So what if the Ohio kids won 2 medals today? There are 8 more games left to play. This thing is far from over. That Kyle Keeley kid is good, said Nicole Wisniewski, one of Marjorie's wimpy teammates. He was smart, the way he recharged his pterodactyl's battery. He's a gamer, Marjorie snapped at Nicole. Of course he won the video game, but he doesn't know diddly about the Dewey Decimal System, and that's why I beat him in the book reshelving game. Well, actually, said Nicole, we all beat him. Marjorie blew her teammate a wet raspberry. Yeah, right, like you guys would have had a chance without me. Marjorie, said Miss Miles, remember there is no I in team. So, thought Marjorie, because there is definitely an M and an E for me. To chill out after such a lousy day, Marjorie headed into the motel lobby and started reorganizing the rack of tourist brochures. All the other library Olympians, including Marjorie's worthless teammates, were at the pizza place next door to the motel having dinner and probably playing more mind-numbing video games. Andrew Peckelman, the boy with the Olympic-sized goggle glasses who worked at the motel, came into the lobby when she was about halfway done. Are you going with an alphabetical classification system or something a bit more complex? I'm categorizing them according to attraction type, said Marjorie. Outdoor activities, historical sites, shopping opportunities, subcategorized, of course, into fashion, antiques, and souvenirs. Of course, said Andrew. And over here you'll find dining options. Andrew smiled. Isn't informational organization awesome? Yes, said Marjorie. It's certainly more intellectually stimulating than video games. Rough day at the Library Olympics? Ha! The Lemoncello Library is as ridiculous and absurd as Mr. Lemoncello himself. True, said Andrew through his nose. I'm afraid Mr. Lemoncello does not like libraries qua libraries. Marjorie nearly gasped. You used the word qua? Yes, said Andrew, finger sliding his glasses up the bridge of his nose, but only when its usage is appropriate. A lady wearing a fur-fringed jacket floated into the lobby. Hello, Andrew. Oh, hello, Mrs. Chiltington. What are you doing here? I came to see Miss Muldower. Who are you? Asked Marjorie. And why do you have a dead animal wrapped around your neck? There's a slight nip in the air, dear. Andrew, would you kindly excuse us? I need to talk to Miss Muldower in private. But, Andrew, his Uncle Woody came from outside of the front doors, we need to go grease the baffles on the bird feeders. Right now? The sooner the better. I noticed a squirrel having an upside-down feast on feeder number 8. We need to put an end to that. A slicker surface might do the trick. But say goodbye to Marjorie, Andrew, suggested Mrs. Chiltington. Okay, see you later, Marjorie. I have to go to work. Mrs. Chiltington waited for him and his uncle to walk down the driveway, and then she pounced. Miss Muldower, may I be frank with you? Marjorie shrugged. I don't care. I came here this evening as a representative of the League of Concerned Library Lovers. Who are they? A group of local citizens who love libraries and consider Mr. Luigi L. Lemoncello to be a threat to all that we hold dear. The man is a major league wackaloon. That he is. Mrs. Chiltington glanced around to make it absolutely certain they were alone in the lobby. I was wondering if you might be able to help Mr. Peckelman and I with a small project. I'm kind of busy trying to win these games. This won't take much of your time, I promise, but if we work together, I feel confident we will both be quite satisfied with the end result. What do you mean? With your assistance, Marjorie, I firmly believe we will convince Mr. Lemoncello to abandon his infantile and dangerously contagious ideas about how a library should be run. Certain things don't belong in our temples of knowledge. Things like flying dinosaur video games. So why do you need me? Because the books in the Lemoncello library are currently off limits to everyone except you 32 Olympians. What? Said Marjorie, arching an eyebrow. You want me to check out a book? That's right, Marjorie, a book. Just one. We can't, not during the games. You strike me as a clever young lady. Surely you can find a way to skirt the rules. But what about my scholarship? Do this for me and you won't need Mr. Lemoncello's money. Mr. Peckelman and I will personally guarantee funding for your college education. Call it a go-to-college free card. My family is extremely wealthy, Marjorie. Has been for centuries. Interesting. By removing one book from the stacks, Marjorie could help these locals put an end to Mr. Lemoncello's misguided notions about how a library should be run, and at the same time earn herself a full-ride college scholarship? So what makes this one book so special? It is, as they say, the straw that will break the camel's back. And once it leaves the Alexandriaville Public Library, we feel quite confident that Mr. Luigi Lemoncello will want to leave it too.